So in a few years, you're going to be Dr. Shoemake?
Oh, you betcha. And I'm going to make everybody refer to me as such.
Dr. Schumacher?
Dr. Shoemake, not Schumacher. Are you going to the USC game?
Yeah.
That's
Fun
unfortunate.
one against Nevada.
I hope they lose.
Well, they're not, so. Who does UCLA play?
Yeah, it's Coastal Carolina.
15
It's
points.
Coastal, the Chanticleers or whatever.
Yeah.
The tough opponent for a week 1 matchup.
Remember that was the Mullets versus Catholics against BYU a couple years ago when Zach Wilson was there.
Wasn't there a whole like 30 for 30 on that?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I just thought it was funny because it was BYU fighting a bunch of college kids, and I'm like, and they're all like 26-year-olds, 25-year-olds. Like there's a dad in there. There's a father of 3 in there somewhere fighting a college freshman.
Nice background, Kendall. Well done.
Thank you. I'm in my reputation era of the Claremont Fantasy Football League. I'm out for vengeance.
So in that case, Kendall, are you ready for it?
Oh, I am ready for it. My reputation precedes me. I swear I don't love the drama. It loves me.
And we got the keepers list. We also have, as I think is a continuing tradition, we have a guest guesser. And on the theme of Tomka, he provided a bunch of guesses for people's keepers. So we'll walk through that too to see how accurate or inaccurate he was.
Before I announce my keepers, that Kendall texted me exactly 1 month ago. He texted me saying, "Who are you keeping in the fantasy league?" I had put no thought into it.
You all have families. You all have job. I mean, I guess I have a job too, but this is my life. I don't think you realize. While you were vacationing in the off season, I was doing work.
Well, that was fun, guys. I'm excited for this season. Good list.
Good stuff. Tomka's guesses were amazing.
Yeah, they were pretty spot on.
How did he get them all right?
Yeah, 100% right.
Wait, actually, should we announce those now that he just said
You just log in.
That did not just happen, right? That did not just happen. You can't write this stuff.
He just failed.
There's no way. I guess we'll start with going down 10-1. We'll start with Tomka guesses and then go into each person's actual. So Nick picking at 10. Tomka guessed that you would keep Tyreek Hill for a first and Alexander Madison for an 11.
Those are really good guesses. It was a tough decision. I almost kept James Cook because somebody planted it in my brain a month ago and I had never thought about it. Weighed my options, but I followed my inner Tomka, and to give him credit back, so that he gets the respect he deserves, he was right. That's exactly what I'm keeping. Tyreek Hill for a first, Alexander Madison for an 11th. Excited, super pumped. I traded for Madison with Chris last year. We did a Ty Lockett for Madison trade, so it's come full circle. I don't appreciate that though, Kendall. I don't think those are mid. Tyreek Hill is a good player. He would have gone in the first round no matter what. So I don't have any regrets. You need good play. I realized this after being so bad for the last 3 years that you actually need good players to win. And I haven't had many of them except for Tyreek Hill, so I feel good about that.
So Tomka starting out strong, 2 for 2 there. Next down would be picking 9th would be Austin. Let's go to the Tomka guesses here. He guessed that Austin would keep CMC for first and Kenneth Walker for a second, double running back. Let's see if that was correct. Looking at the list here, that is correct. Austin did go double running back. He continued his run CMC reign. He'd probably get to keep the same team name. And he's diving back into the Kenneth Walker, unafraid of Zach Charbonnet, I guess.
Huge disrespect to UCLA. But wait, did Tomka say it was going to cost a second? Because I think it costs a 10th. So I think he's trying to jip Austin.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Which
I'm sorry, I misspoke. It's a 10th. Sorry. But Tomka did guess a 10th, so he was correct on that, and it is a 10th. Next up would be Tim picking 8th. Thompson's guesses for Timothy were Josh Jacobs for a 5th and Smith for an 8th. Actually don't know which Smith that is. Which Smith is that? Is that
Devontae?
Devontae?
yeah,
Yeah,
Devontae.
Devontae.
Okay. Let's go to the actual board here for Tim. He is keeping Tony Pollard for a 7th and Mike Williams for a 9th. So that's a double miss there. So we're at 4 for 6.
Wait, a
I
double
might
miss
keep
by
it.
who? By Tomka or by Tim? Because
Honestly, both.
yeah,
0 for 4. All around.
Jacobs and Pollard for like not over a 5th pick would have been really nice.
Jacob seemed like kind of an obvious choice there, but Tim goes with Pollard, which is not bad. I mean, he's the lone man there now. No Zeke. But Mike
Yeah, he was
Williams,
awesome. Actually.
Mike
Before he
Williams
got
is an
hurt.
interesting one. Maybe he didn't want double running back, but I'm pretty sure the
Yeah, that
Chargers
is interesting.
drafted a first-round wide receiver this year too. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect Mr. Mike Williams.
I'm sorry. I don't understand these. Is Tim going to do better than me again in this? I can't believe it.
What does Tim know that we don't?
Wait, I totally missed what happened. I got booted. You booted. I called your picks mid, and next thing you know, I'm out of this meeting. I'm just kidding. My Wi-Fi cut out. But what did I miss?
Austin, and he's keeping CMC and Kenneth Walker. That's a 1st and a 10th. And Tim is keeping Tony Pollard for a 7th and Mike Williams for a 9th. Are those hashtag mid? What's your rankings on those?
I don't like the CMC keep. And I do like Pollard, obviously. That's tremendous value. But who is his other one? Mike Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a draft the other day, and I think that's around where he went, was 7th or 8th or something like that, maybe even 6th.
They just kept him at his value.
Yeah. Not a great keeper, but and then who is Austin's other?
Kenneth Walker the 3rd.
Yeah, that one's okay.
Not worried about the UCLA boy Zach Charbonnet eating into that.
I honestly didn't even know what team Kenneth Walker was on anymore. I get him and Rashad Penny mixed up.
He's on the Rams.
He's on the Rams? No, because our roster doesn't have anybody I know anymore. So
Next up would be Ethan, picking 7th. Tomka thought that he would keep Joseph Burrow at 8 for an 8th and Jalen Waddle for a 9th. And he got one of those two. Ethan is keeping Jalen Waddle for a 9th, but he's keeping Stephon Diggs for a numero uno. He's got 2 receivers there to start.
And he's picking 7th?
He's picking 7th, yes.
I'm pretty
Like
sure
Diggs.
I'm pretty sure he could have gotten Stephon Diggs at 7.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll see. Joe Burrow probably would have been a nice keep there at 8 for an 8th.
Yeah.
But maybe he thinks he can get another quarterback. Not sure. 1 for 2 there for Tomka. Next is, that's correct. That is David. Tomka guessed that David would keep Garrett Wilson for a 13th and Justin Fields for a 14th. He is correct. Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson. Now, they were both 15th round picks, so he's actually swapping it and doing Fields for 13 and Wilson for 14, but we'll give it to Tomka there. So really good value there. I mean, he's got probably a top 5, 7 quarterback and a top wide receiver there too, and he's not having to burn any early picks. So
no,
Ohio State, double Ohio State connection too.
family matters. I get it, but Barkley, I thought that was going to for sure be kept. I thought maybe he could take a pick later in the round and then keep Saquon. So again, another running back is back in the mix. Maybe I didn't put enough thought into this, but I for sure thought these running backs were all getting kept.
No, man, running backs don't matter. Everyone's just having everyone.
Zero running back strategy.
Fifth is me. Tomka guessed that I would keep Eckler and Jalen Hurts, and that's correct. Tomka, those were the two that he had to get right there. So congratulations, Tomka. Jalen Hurts was probably the only one that I didn't have to put any thought into. I'm glad that worked out for me. Eckler, I considered maybe not keeping him, but my really only other option I could see was like Pat Fryerman for like a last pick, and that's whatever to me. So I'll run it back with Eckler, just to piss off Kendall more than anything else.
I would just like to take this moment to point out that you got Eckler with a lack of moral compass.
Lack of moral compass. What was the hashtag there? Stewgate?
Stewgate 2K23. The integrity of the league was compromised.
Where is Austin Rose when you need him?
Austin Rose is a man who understands integrity. I'll give him that.
He does know the word.
Picking fourth is Kendall. And Tomka guessed that you were going to keep Travis Kelce for a first and Cooper Kupp for a second. He got
Is it too late to change mine?
Goodness, Kendall.
Here we go. It's already beginning.
It's more so that Cooper Kupp picked up a hamstring injury. That puts his status in jeopardy.
Double whammy.
I could be wrong. I believe there has been at least one other instance where we've made an exception due to injury. So I'll have to discuss this offline and consider if we'll give you the second exception ever.
You know what? I'm a man of integrity, and I would just like to take this moment to highlight and express that. So yes, I will be sticking with Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
Good job, Kendall. Proud of you.
And the actual keeper, not Travis Kelce, was Chris Olave for a night. So that makes a lot of sense.
That's good. That's good.
Kendall's sporting the real hashtag, the real Mr. Woman. I don't think that's how it works.
No, that's not how it works, Kendall. Nice try.
I don't know you can just take the title away from Stu like that. Perhaps when you guys play each other in the league this year, maybe that's what you can decide who the real Mr. Woman is. But yes, Chris Olave and Kupp, very nice double wide receiver. So we'll see how it plays out at running back for you. Who's next? Chris. Boom. Chris picking number 3. We have Tomka coming in here with the inside knowledge. Sharing a house with Mr. Chris. Could he get his picks right? He guessed Jamar Chase for a 4th and Williams for a 15. As if there's not a million Williams in this league. I don't know who Williams is.
Jamal Williams?
I don't know what Williams is for a 15th pick. I'd have to go to the draft board. Chris, were those correct? Were those two correct? One of them was correct. Jamar Chase for a 4th was correct. But unknown Williams for a 15th was not. Chris is keeping Drake London for a 5th. So another double wide receiver there. Jamar Chase and Drake London. So that's real nice. Kendall is weighing in. He's decided those are hashtag mid.
Yeah,
you
Jamar Chase
Frank
sucks.
London in the 6th. Joke's on you.
Could I have? I don't think so. Not some of the mocks I've seen, he's going like 3rd, which I think is high, but
Your
maybe.
SC bias is showing, my friend. Ha.
That's the bias. Okay, my bad. You're right.
In this league, you pretty much have to take any mock draft and then subtract 2 rounds from any good player because so many of them are getting kept.
That is true, because maybe Brady will go in the 1st round somehow. Again.
Yeah, London should be interesting. I mean, the Falcons are like a 2-3 man show with Bijan, London, and Pitts, and Pitts wasn't really a thing last year. As I found out very harshly. Coming up on the last 2 here, Stu is picking 2nd, and Tomka's guesses were. Where's Stu? He put Alex. That's why I was lost. Tomka's 2 guesses were Pacheco for a 15th and Tua for a 16th. And both of those were incorrect. 0 for 2. Sorry, Tomka. Stu is keeping Miles Sanders for an 8th and George Pickens for a 9th. So he's got 1 running back there.
Now, Mr. Commissioner Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong. Miles Sanders was the player you traded to Stu for Austin Eckler. Is that correct?
He was one of the players. I believe that's correct.
Who was the other one?
As Dyke Stugate.
Who was the other one?
I do not recall off the top of my head.
I believe it might have. Actually, I don't remember.
I had to pull up the transaction history. But I expected you, as the historian and the record keeper for this league, I was hoping that that's something you would have, Kendall.
The name, it wasn't Tua, was it?
Tua may have been involved. Hey, we have a
Hey.
appearance.
Somebody woke up.
What's up? With the USC shirt.
You're gonna love that. His
Nice.
mother dressed him. She does most days anyway.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I wanna see these people.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. So those were Stu's, Sanders and Pickens. And last but not least, Mr. Austin Rose picking first. Oh, no, excuse me, Tomka. I apologize. Tomka picking first. I would assume Tomka would guess his own picks correctly. So Tomka's keeping Ramondre Stevenson for a 7th and Amon-Ra St. Brown for a 14th. Tomka, did you guess your own picks correct? Let's see. You did. Good job. Kendall, what was the feedback there? I missed it. I apologize. Those are justice for Ethan. Justice for Ethan.
After you led him astray in the gridiron challenge,
I did drop the ball on that one.
you've got something coming your way, and it's karma.
Luckily, he ended up with a decent pick still, at 7th, despite my lack of detail there. So, thank you, Ethan, for being a good sport. Apologies again on that one.
Okay. Oh, you like that one?
Yeah, Ethan was, that sounded like a man made.
For Easton's thoughts on the draft so far.
What'd you?
Pacifier's out. The pacifier is out.
No, not very good. He's not super happy with this. Woke him up. Tomka's picks. Who would have been your favorite keeper? Well, maybe St. Brown because he went to USC. He's wearing USC shirt.
Any of the USC keepers, yeah, he's in favor of those.
There's an uncomfortable amount of USC's players being kept.
Yeah, there's 2 at least, right? London and
Drake London and St. Brown. I think those were the only 2.
Well, Hertz played for Lincoln Riley.
Riley. Hey, that's right.
There's a connection. There's a connection.
Connection points.
And speaking of colleges represented, I believe there's only one Eastern Washington University. Is that correct?
Like,
That is right. That's right. Yeah.
That would be correct.
Just checking.
And the new ACC Stanford Cardinal have one representative as well.
But if I told you I could say Ramondre Stevenson went to any school in America and you'd probably believe it.
is it Georgia? Georgia or Bama?
Isn't it Minnesota, or is that Lawrence Maloney?
Lawrence Maloney.
That was Lawyer Malloy. That was Lawyer Malloy.
Lawyer Maloney.
Lawyer Maloney.
Lawyer Maloney.
I would like to announce my first and third round draft pick, since I don't have a second one. But I've already sat on it. I'm in need of some good karma this year. So my first round pick will be Jonathan Taylor, and my third round pick is going to be DeAndre Swift.
Okay.
And my
Hell
team
yeah.
will be Taylor Swift.
Now we see. Now we get. There it is.
Nice. You know, Robinson has his own line. Oh, I think I've already mentioned this. He has his own line of mustards called Dijon mustard. It's the greatest NIL thing. It's like the best NIL thing I've ever seen.
This season is not about you, Nick. It is not about Stugate. It is about one thing and one thing only, and that's my reputation. And let's just say, karma is coming for you all.
So it's about you.
It's about me. It's not about you. It's about me.
Good.
The end game is winning the consolation bracket, clearly. Have we ever had we have had a back-to-back winner, with an asterisk on it.
There are no living people on this earth who have won this trophy back-to-back years.
Didn't Tyler Jamarcy win it back to back?
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah, Nick's statement holds true. That's all I'm gonna say. So I can't wait to break that trend this year. Very much looking forward to continuing that.
All right, I'm gonna go back to watching TCU, my number 2 pick in college pools lose to Colorado. So that'll be fun.
You picked TCU?
Yeah.
Man,
I'm
That's hashtag mid if I've ever seen.
that's I would say below mid, whatever below mid is, because mid means average. I think they're going to be bad this year.
It's okay. My other 2 teams will end up in the national championship.
Wait, who are your 3 picks? I blanked on everybody else's except for mine.
Georgia, TCU, and UCLA. Baby, we're going
Oh,
to
gotcha. Actually, I lied. I did remember you picking UCLA.
with Ethan Garbers at the helm.
Yeah, DTR was really holding UCLA back.
Exactly.
You can never go wrong with an Ethan.
How old is Garbers? Is he like 28? A little younger?
He was giving me hope as a doctoral student to come off the bench.
You should try to walk on.
I think I still have eligibility, actually.
Do it, bro.
Kent State, I watched the Kent State part of their game against UCF. Their punter and their kicker were the 2 worst kickers I've ever seen. I hope neither of them were scholarship, but it did remind me of the Claremont Express. So it warmed my heart on a Friday night.
I was gonna say, were they Australian like punters just tatted up?
No, they're from the Inland Empire.
Oh shit. Were they really?
All right, I gotta log off.
Thanks, guys, for joining, especially Chris. They're commuting to work. Appreciate it. Kendall, thank you. I appreciate the hashtags, the feedback. Tomka, appreciate the predictions, as always. And good luck there. Your number 1 choice, man. Don't flub that one.
I'm going Kelson.
Peace out, guys.
Later, guys.